this year looks pretty good. And
okay, recording has started. Dr. Ken, you can go ahead and pray for us, please.
Sani kpekpere anyị na-ekele mmadụ niile ndị mgbakọ ma ndị nka na-abata. We will just have to start, and then why others will be joining. If they are listening to us, they should know now from the center. Okay. Sanyi kpekpere bido. Ọ bụ n'afa Jizọs.
Amen.
Onye nwe anyị ekene ogu bụ onye nke ha ife niile enu. Ife niile anyị na-eme n'afọ. Anyị ewetara otito. Mere anyị ebere. Na-eke anyị nidiri ebere. Ọgbakọ Chineke bụ ife anyị nguzobere iji ebunye afa wenu. Ijikwa na-eme contribution nye our own community. Na our own little way. Ndị niile Chineke nke iji na-ege ozi dịka nta dịka nyere ha aka gbajuo ha n'ikikere ime ife ikero seheme sehemete nke ọma. Bido n'onye ndị mepụrụ anyị ofu ma onye ndị kọwatara anyị ofu rukwa na dị onye ndị nye anyị special talk ma ndị nwegịrị ma ndị sa ajụjụ ime competition ife ndị ọzọ niile ji kparịkọta ụka gaji iji mee se enewu ni anị nke enu through agụmakwụkwọ Chineke se ọbịa na mmeju se eme ya nke ọma se anyị nweta result se bunie kwa wenu n'efa Jizọs. Mgbe anyị ga-imelu Chineke se iri otito ọ bụkwa mmadụ ji iri otito kama na ọsọ ji iri otito se anyị nwetakwa outcome ife mbụ the strategic plan anyị nwe around this program. So anyị nwee reason to say yes na Chineke azakwa anyị n'afa Jesus Christ mbụ onye nwe anyị. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Okay. Thank you, Ken. Engineer Ben, thank you. I think I can spot you somewhere. Please go ahead with your welcome speech, please.
He's still having some issues joining. Okay, good.
Hello.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yes,
You're
we
welcome.
can hear you,
Item
Engineer
number
Ben.
2. Yeah.
Ndị be anyị ekele m unu.
I would suggest Sahem to ndị nọ na technical school. Let's
They're not listening to us.
Onwe na-akwụ nọ n'ọnụ ife anyị na-efu. So ife anyị na-eme nta is it's become an annual ritual, you know, where we have a virtual conference interactive section with ndị be anyị niile iji gosipụta mmasị anyị nwe n'ife gbasara agụmakwụkwọ na ijikwa at the same time nwee opportunity connect with ndị be anyị nwa agrema na-agụ akwụkwọ with the sole aim ịkwalite agụmakwụkwọ na anyị Onicha. Hello. Yeah, with so aim of ịkwalite agụmakwụkwọ na anyị Onicha. Onicha Educational Foundation bụ ọgbakọ ụmụ agrịma Onicha. Mmadụ one ma one m bịakọtara ọnụ debe so na ha eji idie na-enye nkwado sa na-efunite agụmakwụkwọ n'anị Onicha. Mụ na onwe m bụ onye naanị ime ha and many other persons. Now our board of trustees anyị edo mmadụ 10 and anyị edo very passionate, extremely very passionate about education. And now anyị kepụtara that education is about the only viable option anyị nwere ike iji anyị ebuild a society anyị suffer void of vices, void of cultism, void of hooliganism, and even void of poverty. So if anyị na-eme ntado very dear to us, sometimes onye ama if anyị na-eme we think na mana ekukuru ndị mmadụ ọnụ na-aka akọ mba ọ bụ n'ife ọ bụ ife anyị na-eme ntado we want to instill sense of competitiveness amongst the children na-agụ akwụkwọ school. We want to instill sense of industry and extreme hard work amongst and at the same time, we want to also bring a bridge that connects Agri-Mana with some of us in the school, not at various places, pursuing their careers at different stages. So that Sanyinwe came with an opportunity for mentorship. Some of us didn't know obodo oyibo. Mgbe anyị na-ebido ịke ụzọ eti eje obodo oyibo ọdịnala anyị ife because na-enwe onye anyị mmadụ. And that is what we want to bridge. We want to see that Egrema is here na ahụ ọkụ nletere anya na-eme ife na-eme. If tomorrow ha na-achọ scholarship, so ha nwere onye ha ji send the message so okay nekwe onye mbụ na nkwe onye ibe ọma nọ nje. Nekwe interest nwe. Nekwa country nchọrọ ije, nekwa program nchọrọ ime, ndị ege na-ejije eme. And that person will be properly guided on how best to get to whatever his desires or her desires or aspirations, as the case may be, is. So, some of the things are in the OEF, and that's what we want to, that's why today is very important to us. In our only two ways, I do not affiliated to any political group. And I do not affiliated to any government. At the moment, we are self-funding. We put in our own little resources to make sure that this program works. So we introduce programs like annual technical essay competitions, where we bring interesting technical topics, throw yet our people to competitively participate, and those who performed excellently well are rewarded. Most of the times with financial rewards and, you know, certificate of merit. We've also embarked on, yes, please.
Engineer Ben, just summarize, because of our time, we want to make sure people we keep to time. So I will give you a few minutes to summarize. I know that Dr. Nat will talk more about OEF. You can summarize, please. Yeah.
Yeah, so thank you very much. So the opening speech here is that Burundi Church House on a better. We've come to a fora. It could be an online fora, but this is like a temple where the brightest of the minds are sharpened unto excellence. So, you are in the right place. Our parents who have accompanied us to here, and other stakeholders here, through the names, and I see very, great stakeholders, Dr. Boo, Professor Ani, and every one of us, we are important. So, pay your attention and contribute as meaningfully as possible to the program we have today, to share with the people. because na ya dụrụ Onicha mma, ọ dụrụ anyị niile mma. And no great city ever rises without quality education. And that's what we want from the Onicha. So that in tomorrow that will be coming, Onicha will be known for greatness through education, and not what some people used to describe us today, which is not whom we are. We are not known for courtesan. We are not known for violence. We are not known for hooliganism. So we are excellent set of people, and that is why we are here, to massage that particular ego that makes us Indian, and leverage and build on that to begin to produce only excellence. Thank you very much. I'm Benison Chukwumovoke Mbonyungubo. Mbuneka eletume bon Australia. Dịka anyị na-eje n'ifu ntad no. Agọzi anyị n'efa Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much. Diko, nna asị m okwu agụ na ọga Kens nu kụziara m otu eji achụ ofu ndị Onicha. Na-eme akwekwa anya m abụkwa na ndụ stọbọn ịgọbe mmụta na ọkwa mana unu ekwebeghị ịkụziri m skill otu unu ji na-achụ ya. But then jekwa m ị na-agba mbọ na connect with you people so that mmụta. Diko, afa m bụ Chukwumogbonna, Dr. Chukwumogbonna, nọ na UK, na-arụ ọrụ na Loughborough University. So, because Ben just reminded me na maybe onwe m introduce. So, ndị bibe anyị nọ na center, no, Ben Infru. Thank you so much. I will now yield to Dr. Nathaniel Obasi to say more, to add more to what Engineer Benison Ovoke said about OEF. So, Dr. Nat, please, I yield the floor to you, please.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Destiny Ogbonna, and also to Engineer Benison Ovoke for the introductory remarks. Anabata Nunine. I'm very, very happy that the Onicha Technical School and the Nkuzim Ndiona Ekwo Dimbara able part of Ipe OEF name Tadno Sachineke Gazunu Nine. Muno Dr. Nathaniel Obasi na Kuzifi na National Open University of Nigeria. So if I'm just 10 minutes to do my work. So based on that, I want to quickly bring up what I have. I want to quickly go to what I have today, the presentation I have. Okay. Entire screen. Sorry.
Dr. Nat, could I suggest that if it's possible for that you just talk through what you had prepared?
Okay, good.
Yes, please. Oh, your time. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. So this is the Onicha Education Foundation, and I want to welcome you to Onicha Educational Foundation. And just as has been mentioned earlier, Onicha Educational Foundation is a non-profit organization that is dedicated to transforming education and as well as empowering young minds in Onicha. So the essence of today's event is to further sensitize our people. I used to say that at least an average enlightened person on Onicha today must have heard about OEF, Onicha Education Foundation. And OEF is just about 3 years old. So OEF was founded in 2020, just merely after the lockdown, as the lockdown was rounded off. You know, so it's as a result of some of the discussions that came up on Facebook because of what is going on in our village and all of that. Then some people move okay, and some others, they were raising serious concern. What do we do? How can we really make a difference? How can we carry out a kind of campaign that will drive minds of young people to education, to, you know, principles of hard work and all of that, rather than what we are known, what is known to be prevalent in the society. So the essence of OEF was to mentor, to empower, as well as advocate for quality education to especially some of the underprivileged children in Onicha community, as well as anybody who is interested in education. Then we also want to use education as a tool to combat cultism and other social vices that was almost dominating our community. The reason is because we believe that education is the key to a brighter future. So, people, our goal.
Network when you
Organat, you are frozen.
Of a kind of family, whether they are rich, whether they're not rich, and all of that, want to imprint in the minds of an average child from in Onicha that education is the way to go. Education is the solution to your background, to your backwardness, to wherever you are coming from. So we also want to improve learning outcomes in our schools. You know, that is why we conducted, you know, this mapping of educational resources in Onicha. Last year, we conducted that through a research grant from OEF. And the essence is for us to know what we have and how we can go about, you know, bringing about the best and quality education to an average child in Onicha. So we want to empower the community. OEF is committed to empowering the Onicha community through education, creating positive ripples or ripple effect for generations to come. So what are the programs and initiatives of OEF? You know, OEF aims to provide scholarships, want to provide scholarships to talented students who lack financial resources, enabling them to pursue higher education as well as fulfill their potentials. OEF also wants to provide mentorship, you know, to both undergraduate as well as postgraduate students. You know, then OEF also aims to carry out some training to our teachers. Like next year, OEF be focusing on teachers training. Want to train, want to, you know, support teachers, want to encourage them, you know, with necessary skills, knowledge, so that they'll be able to deliver quality education. By doing that, we'll be able to, through them, empower our students through engaged learning. Also, OEF wants to build, as time goes, we started a campaign of collection of books, some of the old books some of us use in our days. We want to have a central place where we can collect those books, put them together, and people can go there and read. So we want to establish libraries, even in communities, promoting reading culture, as well as expanding access to educational resources beyond the classroom. So then, the way to partnership and collaborations of OEF. OEF is a non-governmental organization, as stated earlier. We work closely with government or government agencies to align our effort as well as maximize our impact on education in Onicha community. Then we also partner with a corporate partnership. You know, we partner with corporate bodies, collaborating with businesses and organizations that share our vision, enabling us to leverage on resources as well as experts for the benefits of Onicha community through education. We also operate on volunteer engagement. We have a lot of volunteers, at the Central School right now, we have a whole lot of people who are working there on behalf of OEF. They are volunteers. They are working with us. They are partnering with us to ensure that our vision contributing to the growth of OEF. Then what are the impact and success stories of OEF? OEF was formed in 2020/2021, and it was established, laying the foundation for transforming education in the Onicha community. Then in 2022, we had our registration. Also, we had the virtual community interaction in 2022. We also had our OEF final year research grant, which was funded by OEF, and with that, we were able to know what exactly we have on ground with respect to education, both at primary levels, mostly in primary schools in Onicha community. We also had we have scholarships sponsored by individuals, mostly members of OEF, like the Marydez scholarship for the girl child, that is sponsored by the wife of Destiny, Dr. Chukwumubunna, as well as Engineer Benison, who is currently sponsoring some people in secondary school and all of that. Then in this 2023, we have had our Green School Initiative, GSI, through tree planting, which so as to use renewable energy for electricity generation. We have had to do that. Then we have annual technical essay competition, ATEC. Then we also had a meeting with the diaspora, Ebonyans in diaspora, in collaboration with the Ebonyi State government, where OEF provided IT infrastructure, as well as OEF research outcome of our research research grant was also presented in that meeting. Now, opportunities for involvement in OEF. If you want to partner with OEF, you can contribute through donation. You can make a meaningful impact on the lives of the children of Onicha through your donation, providing them with educational opportunities. Where you can also volunteer. You can join our team of dedicated volunteers and help create a positive learning environment for the pupils and students that we serve. You can also talk to people about OEF. A lot of people are yet to hear about OEF in the Onicha community. You can talk to them about OEF. Tell them the good thing that OEF is doing. Tell it to your friends, to families, to colleagues, to raise awareness as well as mobilize support for the cause of OEF. Anyway, you are not seeing my screen. Here, I have the collection of pictures of all the members of the OEF Board of Directors. They include Dr. Chukwumubunna, who is in UK, is our coordinator. My humble self, Dr. Nathaniel Obasi, Dr. Kenneth Omabe, USA, Engineer Benison Uvoke, Australia, Engineer Humphrey Okereke, Nigeria, Dr. Ejike Chukwu is in UK, Engineer Chigozie Uneke is in Nigeria, Engineer Ikechukwu Onwe, the proprietor of David Accord Schools, and Barrister Chukwu Manwosu, who is also in Nigeria. So thank you, as we know that together we work together to build a great society through OEF and through your support. Thank you and remain ever blessed. Bye.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
Well
Thank
done,
you. Thank you, Dr. Nathaniel. Thank you so much. Can you still hear us at the center? Because we want to introduce Prof. You can still hear us at the center. Yeah.
Until someone goes close to the microphone before we can hear them. But I don't know
we
if
want
they
to
are
introduce
directly
Prof,
hearing
so
us
we
from
want
the
to be
speaker.
sure that they can hear us.
I think they are hearing us, otherwise they would have raised an objection for this period.
Thank you so much.
So let's go ahead. Yes. No.
The next item is to introduce our keynote speaker, who is Professor Antoniani. We are blessed to have Prof. Prof has always attended the virtual interaction, the first one, the second one, and this third one. We are always blessed to have people at that level. For some of us in the academic community, to have a professor, get interested in academic affairs of the community is our greatest joy. So we are always, very, very, very happy that people like that, and of course, other people that will recognize very soon, usually attend this virtual community interaction. So we have an honor to have him this morning speak to us on the topic of collaborations to enable partnership for education in the community. So I want to leave the stage for Prof to come in. Prof, please, you can go ahead and make your presentation. Please, can we clap for Prof, please? Can we clap up? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, Prof. Okay, please, I will mute every other person apart from Prof. Prof, unmute yourself, please.
I've done that.
Okay, yeah, go ahead, please.
Good morning,
Come, Prof.
After our,
Yes, sir.
I feel very honored to be invited and at the same time to be given the opportunity to be a keynote speaker on this occasion. I want to thank specifically the organizers of this event. These are people whom God has blessed with ebullient intellectual capacity, and they have decided to be of help and assistance to their community. I've been given this topic to speak on, collaborations to build educational development enablers in Onicha community. I think I was given 30 minutes. Please, don't cut me short. I will try as much as possible to keep to time. Because I'll be taking us through the basic functions of education, the need for collaborations, the educational state or status of Onicha as of today, and possibly the way forward. When we talk of education, education is ostensibly the life wire of any meaningful human existence. Education, as it were, has become a human right by my own definition and calculation. And it is indispensable for economic, social, and other spheres of human development. We cannot talk of human development when education is not there. It is the propeller of every development. If we look around, other countries that have gone far in development, you find out that education is the instrument of their successes. It has been consciously, widely and publicly acknowledged that education functions to transmit to individuals the needed knowledge, ideas, skills, and learning that will enable them to operate effectively in order to bring about development and all-round civilization in any locality, in any society, in any place. And that's why we say that education is a primary factor of socio-economic transformation and is fundamental to breaking the cycle of poverty. It reduces crime in any environment it reduces violence, and it promotes peace, because education raises people's productivity and creativity. And it equally promotes entrepreneurship and technological advances. It is certain that education when you talk of education, there is a positive correlation between it and among individuals. It's a great assistance to their knowledge and what they need to improve their life. It helps to identify gaps of human relationships, human existence, and it helps in finding remedies to close those gaps. Having said that, as an introductory remarks, why the quest for formal education? Because that's what we are talking about. Education we are talking about now is the formal education. We are not talking of informal education. This is education that has curriculum, education that has methodology, education that has a frame of approach on how you go about to bring about the needed changes in people. And therefore, formal education arguably has 5 components. And what are those 5 components? That everyone has a right to the opportunity provided by education and the benefit from the economic advantages given by education. We can agree that education confers on individuals economic advantages. It equally gives a right to the persons of satisfaction to individuals. Number 3 is that education enables one to better fulfill his or her duties as a good citizen. There are several duties enshrined in the government policies of who a good citizen is. It is education that enables one to better fulfill those duties. You pay your taxes, you respect and obey constitutional authorities. Education equally reduces the social and cultural divide between the rulers and ruled, as well as managers and workers. Education, to me, is an equalizer. If you are educated, you can fit in any society. It makes you not to be a stranger in your home. For instance, a Ebonyi person, Anambra person, Rivers State person, Lagos State person become equal because of education. Just like in the earlier days in our place, we were mocked as this or Hosra man. When we were at the university, they would say this or Hosra man, meaning we were underdeveloped. But what those people from so-called developed societies could do, education will enable you to become equal with people coming from such places. Like Dr. Natal said, and Benny Sovoko said that education reduces social vices and crimes in any society. Part of the reasons why many people go into cultism and all that is because they are not properly educated. Because when you are properly educated, your mind will be set right that you don't involve in such misbehaviors. Now, Nigerian government and every other government in the world have found the importance of education, and they came up with policy. And the cardinal among Nigerian national policy on education is that education is an instrument for national development or social change. Of course, no development takes place without proper education. The social change, the expected social change we need in our society is principally dependent on how far we have taken our education to. That education is vital for the promotion of progressive and united community. If you look around and those communities you see very well united, where there is peace, where there is harmony, where there is coexistence without acrimonies, whether there's a good number of them, the population is more of literate persons than illiterate. Education is to be qualitative and it has to be comprehensive because education touches three major areas in our lives. At the cognitive domain, where it talks about knowledge, you talk of affective domain, where it talks of the attitude, and you talk of psychomotor domain, the physical abilities to do it. It is education that will confer on you all those abilities to function properly. And for any development, like I said earlier, is that education is the basic foundation of both human and societal development. And that education is strongly associated with socioeconomic indices like economic growth, high level of technology, self-sufficiency in food, improved healthcare system, and of course, good governance. I think one of the major reasons why we are having poor governance, as it were, in our country is that the half-baked educated persons have taken up leadership. How many PhD holders, how many master's degree holders, how many professors are governors? How many of them are legislators? And because we've allowed the people to overtake the educated persons, that's why we are having the problems we are having. The good governance is lacking. In the only time where it was only the very educated ones were in leadership, things were different. I hope as time goes on, our society will regain her honor and prestige by coming back, having a recourse to educated persons to hold public offices. I think by that, things will be much better. Now, let me, now that I've said a little about the basic functions of education and what education stands to do and what we stand to gain by means of education. Let me do a little on the state of education development on Oicha community. Onicha is a redundant community, popular in every sense of the word, and is situated at the eastern part of Nigeria and in Ebonyi state, to be specific. It is naturally located in the heartland of Ebonyi state and beautifully surrounded by other adjoining communities, which history has it or has proved to be her ancestral siblings. In the process of time, Onicha community has grown in leaps and bounds with attendant developmental strides. The poor of Onicha, both at home and in diaspora, are uniquely known for their resourcefulness, resilience, hard work, focus, determination, and all other cherished and godly characters. Additionally, the indigenous are commonly known for their honesty, sincerity, respect to others and authorities. It is important to indicate that in the early days of Onicha, formal education was alien to it as it was to other communities of contemporary period. According to history, it was in 1930 that the first primary school, presently known as Oicha Central School, was built by the Church of Scotland Mission and is located at Egunqua. Thereafter, other primary schools started emerging and variously sited in different villages. Some early primary schools after the Central School include Enuago Primary School, Amakoro Primary School, Amenyima Primary School, Isiama Primary School. Then you have Anike Primary School, Eziga Primary School, and Kano Primary School. There was some time ago, Dr. Kroko Ezechita made a post indicating how Enuago Primary School was established. In the same way, Ebere Williams Mwafo gave a little episode of how Amenyima started. And it is also, to my knowledge, that Amakoro started as a result of the labor of Eze Witeze. These were the instruments that God used at the time to bring schools. It is although this primary school in Onicha were established by missionaries, mainly of Presbyterian Catholic origin. Egunqua is of Presbyterian origin, Enuago Primary School, Presbyterian origin, and no, Amenyima and Amakoro were of Catholic origin. It may be necessary for somebody to take up the responsibility of giving detailed historical account of educational development in Onicha community. And the earlier we do this, the better. Because our patriarchs are going, our legends are going one by one. And by the time next years, we may not be able to get somebody who will give us this historical account. I think effort should be made to meet people like Dr. Okorie, Chief Anthony Witeze, Chief Igwechukwu. These are people, and Dr. Eza Gomez, because history has it, or themselves, in particular, Dr. Eza Gomez, said he finished from Ubru Central School. That means at that time, Onicha Central School was not there. It will be important that we have this history and the sequence of these private schools coming on board. Having said that, I have to report that by 1977, Onicha had her first secondary school established and started, which is the Onicha Secondary Technical School, the view center for this program. And this, by calculation, this came after 47 years of starting primary school. Today, there are preponderance of primary and secondary schools in Onicha. Almost every village in the community has at least a primary school. More so, many privately owned nursery, primary, and secondary schools are also emerging. But we should know that by now we should be boasting of a tertiary institution. There was an attempt some time ago to establish a tertiary institution by Marydez family. I don't know what happened, whether it's still functioning or not. I think Kenneth will give answer to that. As time progressed, Onicha, who were hitherto renowned for their farming enterprise and their prowess in wine tapping business, began to launch out to other entrepreneurial activities. Some found themselves in the business of trading, artisanal activities, and very few who by providence and dint of hard work went into teaching profession as well as civil service. The much we went into that time for teaching profession, only very few. I can't even name any of them apart from either Dr. Gomez who went to civil service without teaching. Because that was the only thing available to us. In the present Onicha community, our sons and daughters are everywhere in the globe, making waves in various life endeavors. They don't take class in any life engagement they find themselves. In academics, she has made her marks, producing her academics in various fields who have global recognition. In business, they are not taking last. They have a lot of businesses booming in many parts of the country and even beyond. In farming, many of the districts are already into modern farming practices of global standard with an enormous net worth of income. In politics, Onicha is competing favorably and winning positions in political space. In civil service, we are doing marvelously well, occupying every available senior position. Onicha has come a long way in many spheres of life. What remains is how do we come together at the home front to forge a united front for better development in Onicha. From my angle of personal observations, everybody seems to be on his own, with open or hidden rivalry that retards development. However, what the Onicha Education Foundation is doing is worthwhile. These are people with good conscience, open heart, who are ready to lend their helping hands to the upcoming ones. I salute you very highly. Undoubtedly, the single element that will liberate us from the danger of retrogression and stagnation is collaboration in different fronts so as to make education work for our people. Collaboration, synergy, partnership are what we need at this point to achieve the successes we need in education. That takes me to the need for collaboration to build educational development enablers. You know that education at every level is capital intensive and thus requires that all hands should be on deck for meaningful successes to be achieved. Unarguably, education is the starting point of life success. Additionally, through the mentality of education, the underlisted objectives are germane for fostering development in each society. I listed them. Let me read them out. These are acquisition, development, and inculcation of the proper value orientation for survival of the individual and society. Intellectual capacity building and development of the individual to understand and appreciate his or her environment. This is very important because that is first thing in life. You must understand your environment. You must understand what you're expected to do under your environment. You must appreciate nature and know what to do with what is around you in order to succeed. This is exactly what education does. Without education, you'll just be grooming in ignorance, and certain things negative that are not supposed to come your way may find their way onto you, which will not be good. Acquisition of physical intellectual skills necessary for assisting individuals to develop into useful members of any community. The acquisition of an objective views of both the local and external environments. Those our people who are outside, because they're educated and they're making waves in their own ways. If they have not been educated, the opportunity of going over us wouldn't have been there. In the light of the above, all players in the education industry should enter into partnerships, synergy, and collaborations among themselves so as to achieve better results in access and development of education in our community. These players and possible collaborators, among others, include families. How do families collaborate? I will, in a short while, I will give a little detail about that. But the players, as I have them, are families, philanthropies, community-based organizations like Onicha Development Union, where is the Development Union, Onicha Town Union, youth and women groups, non-governmental organizations, donor agencies, government institutions, usually local government area and state government. These bodies or organs are, as I've mentioned, have one role or the other to play in creating educational development in our community. At the family front, for instance, members of families can issue a financial contributory scheme specifically meant for sponsorship of their members for high or higher educational attainments. This could take the form of weekly, monthly, or yearly contributions to raise sufficient funds for the purpose of training their young ones in schools. There are many families, to them, education means nothing. At the end of the day, they will live to regret it. I have seen families that have enough money for leaving their own biological children to school. And out of ignorance, they don't take that as something necessary. So a clarion call now is that families should collaborate among themselves. If families collaborate among themselves, there may be no need going outside, seeking for funds for the education of their wards of children. Similarly, some villages could as well issue scholarship schemes in their respective localities for their citizens. The scheme of scholarship was done in the years past in Onicha, and the emerging results were both massive and impressive. If you don't know, some of you are younger ones, but I can still recall in our village and some other villages around,
It's like under the network.
We can't hear you again, no. Network is disturbing.
It is connected.
sorry, I was having a network problem. I hope you had me up to the point I stopped. Similarly, some villages could as well issue scholarship schemes.
Sorry, the network are quite friendly.
Yeah, it might be quite very cool sense. Very fair. Back is back. Prof, are you there?
Sorry, I think I'm having some. I think I'm having some little network problem here.
Yeah,
we can hear you
can
now.
continue. We can hear you now. We can hear you now.
Now, I was trying to say that in the past, in our villages and in my own village in particular, some villages around us, that scholarship scheme was instituted to enable brilliant pupils and students at that time to go to school. And if we can revisit such approach, that method again, it will not be a bad idea. Some persons who would ordinarily not be opportune to have a taste of formal education were now privileged to be beneficiaries of the scheme. The overall of that to the individual families on the Onicha in general are still counting. Early days of educational development in Onicha had their success through this route. It is necessary also to indicate that philanthropists in the midst should channel more of their philanthropic gestures towards educational development. This could be done either by direct sponsorship of individuals to schools or by direct interventions in already existing schools by assisting in provision of needed infrastructure. We are witnesses to what is happening on Oicha Secondary Technical School. The first secondary school we have, the infrastructure is dilapidated. And we have bourgeois in our midst who can assist in their own way to see that the infrastructure are put in order. The environment determines in a long way the education is being handled in such an environment. It is necessary to indicate that the philanthropists should do this by either direct sponsorship of individuals to schools or by direct intervention in existing schools. Direct funding of some school by this philanthropy in collaboration with the schools management could be another approach to developing our schools and bringing them to the required standard. That is the collaboration we are talking about. Like I said earlier, it's very capital intensive and no one person does it. And these days, government is overwhelmed with requests for funds. And many schools, many public schools are lacking enough and required infrastructure in running the affairs of their schools. Our community-based organizations, Onicha Town Union, Onicha Development Union, Igbo Development Union, have significant roles to play in instituting scholarship scheme for our citizens. Membership of these unions, both at home and the diaspora, need to forge a common front in this regard for our educational attainment to progress. We have men of timber and caliber as members of this union who have all the wherewithal for education to attain the much touted enviable height. There's need for collaborations among them to achieve meaningful results in this regard. The scholarship scheme I'm talking about, this could be done in all the branches we have our development unions. It could be done. It's not a big deal. If we start it, we see how beautiful it will work out. It is important to take cue from our forebears, who in their understanding knew that it was by means of collaboration among themselves that success in education could be actualized. In their wisdom, the instituted scholarship schemes that were meant for very brilliant pupils, but from indigenous homes. This helped a great deal to many families in achieving reasonable success in education. Some families who today have attained meaningful successes through education could trace their achievement to those scholarship schemes. Collaborations are an essential part of human life as they shape our social interactions, emotional well-being, and personal growth. Collaboration is very important in our life existence. Collaborative efforts among government agencies, civil society groups, international partners, and our community will be commendable actions in bringing about educational development. Therefore, enablers of educational development should key into these collaborative efforts to achieve good results in our quest for meaningful educational development. This will go a long way in creating opportunities for learners to acquire appropriate levels of scientific literacy, mathematical ability, manipulative creative and innovative skills and lifelong skills, as well as the ethical and moral values that will enable them to compete favorably in the new emerging economy under landmarks life endeavors. Education does this. Without collaboration, we may be lacking in this. Education is a life wire that makes life simple and enjoyable. Now, conventionally, there are some indices or some instruments of educational enablers, educational development enablers. This is the general convention, but know you that all of us are educational enablers, and if we play our part well, we'll be helping in shaping education, we'll be helping in making our people see the need for every child, whether it's your own child, whether it's another person's child, the need for education. In our own little way, in your own way, ensure you train some people, you sponsor some people to school. I don't want to sound boastful. I have trained so many people in the universities, not only my youth children, not only my own brothers, not only my cousins, but others who came around. Some of them I didn't know. Even my wife has taken up that responsibility. As at now, she is sponsoring somebody that is not by any means related by blood. I want us to do this. It will help our society. It will help, and God will be happy with it. In the general terms, some of the significant enablers of educational development are worldwide, include the following: government investment. Government must invest. Government is the manager of our commonwealth and resources, so they have to invest. And when this is done, education will improve, because consistently now, the budgetary allocation to education ministry is dwindling. There need to be increased budgetary allocation for education, and by way of investing more in infrastructure, teacher training, and curriculum improvement. Then the policy reforms. From time to time, policies should be reformed, taking cognizance of the environmental requirements, because every environment is unique. If policies are to be reformed, the peculiarity or uniqueness of the environment should be taken into consideration. There should be access to education, irrespective of whether male or female. We are talking of equity. We may not be talking of equality. Equity and equality are not the same, but there should be equity. There will now be talking about gender balance. There should be gender balance in accessing education. NGOs and private sector participation should be encouraged, because no one person does it alone. Technology integration. When we talk about this technology integration, we are talking about that integration technology into education can have teaching and learning. This is learning by practice. You see what you are learning. Of course, in the modern ways, this is what is in vogue everywhere, or not theories only. When you theorize, you practicalize. The parental and community involvement. I've said it earlier, the parents, the community, as a body, make education to be at the forefront in their investment. Then early childhood, there should be early childhood education. You see, even the present day, but in our time, some people were not given the opportunity to go to school early. They were not giving me opportunity. I remember when I was in primary 5, somebody who was already married went up. I was in my class, and additionally, there was somebody who had 2 children, a woman who was in the same class. This is where education has no age limit, but right thing should be done at the right time. And if it is done that way, the person will go very far in his or her educational career. Now, I have to conclude by saying that education is a shared responsibility among stakeholders. It's not a one-man responsibility. It's among stakeholders, partners, facilitators, and collaborators. Educational development all over the world thrives in an environment of proper funding and collaborative efforts. This is very important. There should be funding, and this funding comes as a result of collaborative effort, because our needs and desires are many, but education should be placed in front of all of them. In addition, other basic roles of education is worthy of note that education is an instrument for success. It liberates people from poverty and ignorance. If you are properly educated, you cannot be poor. If you are poor, it is the poor in good as is where nobody wants to say I'm rich. However, what I mean here that there is no way you be poor as such. The poverty we are talking about here is you cannot afford 3 square meals. If you can afford 3 square meals and your children go to school and you do other civic responsibilities in the society, you are not poor. And that's what education confers on you. Once you have first degree, second degree, PhD, you could be sure that all these, the basic necessities of life, you've overcome them. It is worthy of note that education instrument for sources, it is indeed the pathway to riches, wealth, and greatness. It is for life and it's for living. There is great unanimity that educational development requires the very transformation of traditional man, in quotes, the playing of new roles. We were born as traditional people. It's education that will transform us to be able to perform our basic roles as required. The player of new roles, the generator of new values, habits, and ways of thinking, as well as the positive alteration of social structures and relationships. And finally, I say that it's important to emphasize that our young ones should employ the instrumentality of education to exploit their potentials and existing opportunities, to exonerate themselves out of social denial, economic doldrums, political bewitchment, and other demeaning vices. The youth should, on necessity, form coherent viable associations to make for easier communication and interaction amongst themselves, which concomitantly will serve as a network for meaningful inputs into the community development efforts. To this end, I say thank you for inviting me. Thank you for listening to me. May God bless all of us.
Wow. Thank you so much, Prof. Thank you. God bless you for this mighty offload of wisdom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much.
God bless
Prof.
you, sir.
Thank you, Prof.
Prof, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you, Prof.
Prof,
Thank
biko
you,
na anyị
thank
jekwa
you.
you need the paper because we want to archive it. So
It's okay. I will send it through WhatsApp.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Even the slides. I prepared slide, but somehow I didn't come with. I forgot it where I traveled to.
No problem. The content we want to archive it, please.
It's all right.
Just to in addition to that, I want to highlight that your recommendation to embark on history of educational development in Onicha community. I will highlight that to the BOT so that we can we can see how we can get that done, because we know that there are a lot of people that tend to have a lot of knowledge about the community. So that is that's within our domain to carry out as a research, and we will consider that. So there are other recommendations I've taken note of. And of course, your speech is for everyone. Like your quote said, all of us are educational enablers. So I am very certain that you've spoken to everyone here. And we want to thank you once again. You've been a light that all of us are looking at, and we'll continue to learn from you and collaborate with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I want to, usually we give a student an opportunity to talk during this VCI. This year, we want to hear from Ogbonnaya Nnanyere Simon. He's a student of pharmacy at University of Uyo. So he wrote an article on Onicha Totem and core values. I don't know whether Simon is online. You can take 5 minutes and talk. Please, at the center, please set up the quiz. So just before Simon comes on, we want the quiz to be live. So the secondary school quiz will be live. The primary school quiz will be live. So the primary school, they will take a written quiz for their competition, while the secondary school, they will take an oral quiz, but both of them will be taking place at the same time. So please set up the quiz while we listen to Simon. Simon, please go ahead if you can hear me.
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, please.
Okay. Before a very big thank you. It's an honor for me actually to be speaking on this platform today. I want to say a big thank you to the Onicha Foundation for even giving me the article and giving me the opportunity to present it here. So I'll be speaking on Chigwe's term and core values. Totem and core values. So let me start. What is a community core value? We all know what value is all about. Value is something you cherish, something you hold with essence, some value to an extent. So I want to begin with a quote by an American writer, by Margaret J. Whitley. She said, "There is no power for change greater than a community covering what it cares for." I'd love to add to it, and I would say, like Onicha covered something which is education, and because of this, is able to channel his energy and every other resources to make education better. That is because it was able to discover what it really loves and what it really wants to embark on. So by the time I discovered we discovered the things that are important to us, be areas and better community. A community core value is a value that is appreciated at an individual level and shared by every member of the society. Of the standards that the community residents wish to maintain, they must be acknowledged, honored, and constantly defended to ensure that change and development occur in accordance with those values. In essence, community values guide community's vision, mission, and strategic plan, as well as its goals, objectives, activities, capital projects, budget, and services. So it's very important for a community to know the things it values very much. They serve as broad guidelines in all situations. Every community must have the values it appreciates and guide the collective behavior of the community. Values serve as the moral compass for any society, shaping its culture, interactions, and collective identity. In the context of Onicha, our totem, which is the magnificent elephant, is a symbolic of these values, reflecting the community's deep-rooted commitment to a set of principles that ensure unity, fairness, and strength. Now I'll be sharing some of these core values which our community cherishes so much. One of them is truthfulness. Truthfulness is the quality of being honest and always telling the truth. The world and society today, in our world today, where we begin to see so many things are happening, when you tell the truth, it's more or less like you are a stupid person. It's more or less like you don't really know what you are doing. Truthfulness is a very rare gem that is important in our society today. In the community, this value of things as our daily activities of building trust that leads to lasting cooperation. In our community, truthfulness is more than excellence. And always standing up for the truth, the moral principles you stand for. Of a truth, integrity is a value that must be held up by every individual. In the bleeding state of our nation and globe, the world is in search of men and women of integrity, and this is what OEF is ready to build. People with high moral conduct are ready to stand by what is at any cost. In our community, integrity is the compass guiding every action and decision. It is the foundation upon which the community's relationship and governance stand. First, mutual respect. The next one is resilience. Merriam-Webster's dictionary defines resilience as the ability to recover or adjust to change. In life, so many things happen. How you react to those situations is very important. A bad occurrence might happen, but it can turn something towards to a positive, to become positive for a change. A change can be positive or negative, but our reaction to it matters and goes a long way. Resilience is the unyielding spirit that defines Onicha as a. It signifies to face with courage and determination. In our community, resilience means that challenges are met with unwavering resolve to overcome them, converting them to stepping stones for a higher level. In a nutshell, it is the fuel that propels on the forward, ensuring that there's an opportunity and unity. We try certain never plan to come your way, but the way you try this challenge to have a better is, and that is what resilience is all about. The next one is confidence. Personally, the word confidence is a word, but confidence is the without confidence, many dreams and goals would never come to actualization. Many people have dreams, they have goals, they have things, they have plans to achieve so many things, but they lack the confidence to come out and so I the confidence to act accordingly as you have planned. Confidence is the emblem of an integrated community, symbolized by the that runs through the community's veins. The communal confidence fosters an environment where aspirations are determined and faced with optimism. Confidence is very paramount for anybody that wants to make a meaningful impact in our society. The next strength, the Holy Bible says, and I quote, "Strength in the days of adversity, strength is small. It's the force that keeps in the midst of trouble, trying situations. Strength is the enduring that face a community. Beyond calm might, it represents inner force unity. In our community, it means standing firm in the face of adversity, supporting one another, and protecting the community's well-being. It embodies resilience to overcome challenges and collective power to uplift one another. The next one is industry, that is industrial spirit, exhibiting creative and innovativeness in whatever we do. As the saying goes, and I quote, necessity is the mother of innovation, and without innovation, one cannot be industrious. Industry in Onicha community is a commitment to not only hard work, but also the cultivation of creativity and innovation in every endeavor. It encourages the pursuit of new ideas, the exploration of novel approaches, and development of innovative solutions. Industry is all about converting the things around to become meaningful things. For the next is justice. Where you see justice money, this is a good and of any if served right and meant. The principle in justice is the drop and equality. But it's the principle that every individual is treated impartially without discrimination. This core value ensures that disputes are resolved transparently, conflicts are addressed with fairness, and accountability is upheld. In our community, justice isn't just an ideal, it is a living principle that promotes unity, protects individual rights, the community's cultural fairness in a compromise, fair a rare trait, fair national value community, where it is all individuals equitably without harm. It signifies the even distribution of and resources, and no one is unjust or disadvantaged. It's life that guarantees that every voice is heard and read. Harmonious society prevails, and equity. Around Webster Dictionary defines equity just according to natural law or right. In our nation today, where it seems that the law and the land are no longer making waves, since no one is ready to enforce, equity becomes a rare that shouldn't be rare. Fundamental value signifying the imbalance and disparity. It ensures that all individuals have a chance to prosper with their background or circumstances, thereby creating a level ground. And I believe this is what the Okorie Foundation is all about. Level ground for everyone of education. Merriam-Webster Dictionary defines unity as the quality of state of being multiple. That is the state of not being multiple, the state of oneness. The Bible said, except they agree. I believe there's a saying that there is unity in diversity. Oneness in community ideas. Go plan. I'm still there, right? Can you guys still hear me?
Yes.
Yes, we guys are still
Hear
hearing
you. Just summarize so that we can move to the next item.
If possible, on your video, the children want to see. They want to see your face on your video. If possible.
No. Let him continue. Just summarize so that we can go to the next item. Thank you so much. We've been hearing what you are saying, and they are quite fantastic. Just summarize.
All right. Integrity on what standard of behavior in our community. Purity signifies not only physical fitness but moral integrity. A commitment to virtue where action maintain environment free from deceit, purity, harmonious fair, and progressive. In conclusion,
okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I think we've gotten the totem, and Obviously, his network is having issues. Can we move to the next thing, please? We got it and it was beautiful.
He has even finished. He has even just concluded part. I think it's been fantastic. So,
So let's move.
It's okay. Thank you very much, Simon. That was very great.
Okay, let me conclude, right?
Simon, please conclude.
Okay, in conclusion, Onicha serves as a living testament to the transformative power of values. The amalgamation of truthfulness, integrity, resilience, evidence, industry, justice, equity, and purity. Take picture of community's moral fabric. They are the moral compass guiding action, every interaction, and every decision. They not only preserve the rich cultural heritage, but also ensure equity and justice, making our community a shining example of how core values foster a harmonious, prosperous, and empowering society. So these core values together, having them and working with them can bring the that we all need and deserve. Thank you very much.
Thank
Great,
you so
great
much,
job.
Simon.
Great job.
I just want to say that the core values and totem were developed on Onichigbe's forum, and Simon wrote an article on this. I've shared it on Onichigbe's forum, and I was very, very glad because as you know, so I am really impressed with how articulate Simon is, and seeing young people like this really makes me very, very happy. As a teacher, there is nothing that makes me as happy as seeing young people who are really doing very well. Simon, I want to give you as a feedback that we are very proud of you and you should stay focused on your studies. Thank you so much. I will now give to Edward and Engineer Ike at the center so that they can continue with the quiz. We want to make the quiz to be very interactive so that those online and at the center will enjoy the quiz. So Edward, back to you. Ike.
Unmute Edward, though. Unmute him so that we can hear him.
Can we please keep quiet? Can we keep quiet? Teacher.
Can you permit me to leave?
No, they are not using.
Dr. Destiny.
Yes.
Dr. Destiny.
Yes, please.
Can you permit me to leave for other engagement?
Prof, thank you so much. Prof, Vico, just send the materials. We want to archive it, please.
I will do that before evening.
Okay, thank you so much. God bless you. We'll reach out to you once we are done. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prof.
Thank you so much, Prof. We appreciate
So just to give a briefing about the quiz, so that in case we don't get clearly what Edward might be saying. And with quiz competition with the number for on the secondary school, and then for on the primary school. In the primary school, we just write a brief questions, about 15 questions. In the secondary school, we have about 100 questions to choose from. And then at the end, they collect the winners will be announced and the award will be given to them. So then we cash prize award for both of them. And then probably other awards may actually show up depending on how excited people are I know there are people who are here who could just, as God may lead them, to say, okay, I'm going to pay your fee for this. I'm going to do this. OEF also has a pattern of doing it. So we'll be expecting Edward to want to be part of the quiz. As he's calling the questions, we'll be listening to the students. Want to appreciate the fact that this person has actually done well answering these questions. We'll all be happy to applaud them all. Yeah.
Yeah, just to mention that, then they notice near the center, the physical center, near the mic of the computer, now go see the video, not the mic on. If they can mute that mic so that it does not hold back, what they are saying by the speaker does not hold back, we'll be able to hear them. Edward, I don't know if you can hear us on this.
They should off one mic. Maybe mic in K computer should be off. So mic in K microphone, get on. If not, it will be jamming. Technology is advancing. One day it will be near perfect.
Ike.
Who can hear you?
No, we don't. Ike, what you do is let him continue with the quiz, and the technical stuff should be sorted out.
Can you see us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can see you. We can see you. We are seeing very clearly.
We are seeing people.
Sound.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. We want to start the quiz. Please, we want to start. This is the high point of this activity. This is the high point of this activity, and we want the teachers and the parents to please cooperate with us as we administer this primary school, Marydez primary school scholarship for their children and the Oicha Secondary School fees. I want us to understand that these two activities will be taking place at the same time. While the primary school pupils will be writing their own scholarship exam, it's going to be written. The secondary school category will now listen as we give the question. We read the question for you, then you answer the question. When you were being accredited, there was a rule. We gave you a rule. If there's any student that doesn't have a rule, can you please raise your hand? Okay, all the schools now. Okay, we want to start. While my colleagues ask me to distribute the question to the primary school category, I shall be now reading the questions for secondary school. The schools are from what name of this school? I will just, once I call the name of your school, you pick your question. We have question number 1 to question number 100. Please, those are the audience. The best thing we can do for us is to keep quiet so that this day will be able to hear what we are saying and answer correctly. Please, all the movements should please stop. So you have the opportunity to pick question number 1 to question number 100. Everyone will pick is the one you will have. The one that is being administered to primary school with that scholarship examination will last for 20 minutes. Please time them. The time of time them. Once it is 20 minutes, collect it back from them. The time starts from now, please. 20 minutes, primary school period. You have 20 minutes to write down exam in your hand now. For the secondary school category, you pick your question from question number 1 Or bringing from number 1 to number 100, any one of your choice, please. Okay, we have winners and other subjects who are here. Please pick your question from number 1 to number 100. Pick your question. You have 1 minute to answer. Question number 2. What is the next number in the sequence? 1, 2, 4, 8, 16. Your time starts. 32. Correct. 32 marks. Let's go. New age, Mr. Mashi. Number 20. The world is divided into how many continents? Correct. 2 marks. The next one is Study the Core International Model Secondary School. Question number 15. Mountain Everest is found in which continent? Give me that. China. No, wrong. You have no. You have 15 seconds left. Wrong. Time is up. Audience. The question says, I want any person I know from the audience can raise down. Mountain Everest is found in which continent? Asia. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, good.
That's to Ruby International Secondary School. Question number 22. What is the unit of electrical resistance? What is the unit of electrical resistance? Ampere.
Oh, good.
Wrong. Wattage. No. We still have 20 seconds left. Okay, the time is up. Can we hear from the audience? The question is, what is the unit of electrical resistance? Correct. The unit is ohm. Okay, the next one is Oicha Secondary Technical School. Question. Who was the first president of Nigeria? Correct, good point. And that is the secondary school. number 7. In which year the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic began? Correct. Keep quiet. Question number 3 is, what is the sum of the angles of a square? What is the sum of the angles in a square? Give the mic, please. Give the mic. The sum of angles in a square is 3. Correct one. The next school is the Evangel International School. Evangel. Question number 10. What is the full meaning of highness? What is the full meaning of highness? Correct. Holy Child International Secondary School. Holy Child. Question number 2. What body regulates the production and importation of drugs in Nigeria? What body regulates the production and importation of drugs in Nigeria? NAFDA. Correct. Okay, we go to Winners International Secondary School again. This is your question. Question 9. Question number 9. What is the full meaning of EFCC as an institution in Nigeria? The full meaning of EFCC.
Economic Financial Crime Commission.
No.
No, you can still try again. Your time is still have some seconds left.
Economic Financial Crime Commission.
You still have 30 seconds left.
You talk now.
The question is for both of you. Anyone can try. 10 seconds. Now 10 seconds. Okay. Yes.
Time up.
Give a mic, please.
Economic and Financial Crime Commission.
Correct.
Yeah.
New Age International Commission. Give the mic. Give the mic. Give the mic. Give to New Age. Give microphone to New Age. Question number 7 is already taken. Number 30. Question number 30 says, what are the 3 states of matter? What are the 3 states of matter? Correct. Correct. Always use the mic. Okay, maybe that's what the National Modern Secondary School. Question number 35. What is the total angle round a circle multiplied by 2? Let me take it again. What is the total angle round a circle multiplied by 2? Correct. One. Ruby International Secondary School. Question number 8. The longest river in the world is that. The longest river. No. No. The longest river in the world. Correct. Good one. What is that? Okay, let's go back to the model to the class. The model. Number 15. Whose image is found on 10 naira notes? Whose image is found on 10 naira notes? Give the mic. Okay. Use the mic. When you want to answer, please use the mic. No. Wrong. I was going to know you have 30 seconds left. Wrong. Wrong. You can pick that 10 seconds left. You have 10 seconds left. Wrong. Time up. Yes. Correct. Okay, no question. You are just around. Okay, we do okay. We go back to the last thing on this thing. Let's pick your question. Question number 11. Which arm of government is more in Nigeria? Which arm of government? Judiciary. Correct. Number, okay, Oicha Secondary School. Oicha Secondary School. Community College. Lesson number 20. 20. Question number 4. Okay, now question number 4 says, what is the human primary source of energy? What is the human primary source of energy? Food. We know, but take it down. Be specific. Food energy. No, you're wrong. Carbohydrate. Wrong. Take it down. Solar. Wrong. Wrong. If you have 30 seconds, you can try more. You have 20 seconds left. Plant. Wrong. Okay, thank you, audience. Okay, let's see somebody from the back. Yeah, you are yellow. Correct. Which was that? Okay, let's go back to the Evangel. Okay, Evangel is another question number 19. The triangle with three equal sides is called what? The triangle with three equal sides is called what? Isosceles triangle. Who is that? Who is Evangel? It's wrong. We still have time. We still have 1 second. Use the mic. Wrong. You can see try more. Half 10 seconds left. Okay, time off, audience. Okay, correct. Onicha Secondary School. Give my proposal to Onicha.
It's on number 10.
Number what? 32. What is the chemical formula for carbon monoxide? What is the chemical formula for carbon monoxide? You can sit down. No. You can sit down while you're outside of the room. You can try to sit half of that. 40 seconds left. No. 10 seconds left. No. Back for audience. Yes. No, wrong. Yes. Wrong. Still. Onicha Secondary School. Onicha Secondary School. Let me do the question. Question number what? Question number 8. Question 5 is also taking. We have question number 1 to 100. You can pick from anyone. Question number 14. What is the result of 8,000 divided by 0? What is the result of 8,000 divided by 0?
8,000.
Wrong.
0.
Correct. 2 points. New age. Question number 40. Greater. Which is greater, 5 kg bag of tequila or 5 kg piece of stone? Take the question again. Which is greater, 5 kg bag of tequila or 5 kg piece of stone? Wrong. No, you're wrong. Now 30 seconds left. Wrong. Is that all? 10 seconds left. Time of audience. Correct. Both of them are equal. Which school? Okay, maybe that's called the National Model School. Question number 31. Okay, 35. Name two characteristics of vector quantity. Name two characteristics of vector quantity. Using your mind. On the mic for her, for it, please. Can you shout it? Wrong. Bring it. Stop. 30 seconds left. Wrong. 10 seconds. Stop so that I can hear you. Time off. Audience. Yes. Yes. We are listening to you. God bless you. Thank you. 2 points. Okay, no point. You are from the audience. Sorry. Okay. Let's go back to which school was it? Okay. Ruby International. Question number 6. Nigeria's 500 naira note has which image on it? Wrong. Correct. This one. Next two is Onicha Modern Technical School. Question number 11. 11 is taken. Okay, 13. What is the product of 100 and 0.7? What is the product of 100 and 0.7? What number was that? That's number 13, right? What is the product of 100 and the 0.7? Correct. 2 points. The process by which solid changing directly into gas is called that. The process by which solid change directly into gas or gas is called that. That is about the wrong. 20 seconds left. Please put your hand down when they are done. When they are done, their time. Okay, audience. position number 1. The second highest court of law in Nigeria is what? Appeal court. Correct. 2 points. Evangel International Public School. That's 1. The ability of material to be spread, moved, and drawn into a thing where it's called wrong. Let me take the question again for you. The ability of the material to be spread, moved, and drawn into a thin wire is called wrong. 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 For 5 seconds left. Wrong. 30 seconds left. Let me seconds more. You can try. 10 seconds left. I'm our audience. Facility, this technology. Thank you. The next school should be only Chinese International Community. Question number 1. Open your mouth and talk. What? Name the process by which cells divide into 2 identical cells. Name the process by which cells divide into 2 identical cells. You get the question. Wrong. 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 Captain Commander. Let's go back to the what is the SI unit of 4? The SI unit of 4. Wrong. Try more. Now for the second slide. The SI unit of 4. Wrong. Second left. And 9 seconds left. Divided by time. Time is up from the others. Yes. Newton is correct. New page. That is 7. That is the question is the solution to the previous value of 8.6 is said to be what? The solution with the previous value of 8.6 is said to be what? Wrong. Correct point. Maybe they are calling the National Model Secondary School. 41. What is the atomic number of carbon? What is the atomic number of carbon? Correct, 2 points. Ruby International School. Number 4 is taken. Number 19. Okay, number 18. The green color in Nigeria's flag symbolizes what? The green color in Nigeria's flag symbolizes what? What? Use the mic. Wrong. Wrong. Agriculture is correct. 2 points. Onicha Marydez Technical School. 75. In a leap year, how many days does the month of February have?
29 days.
Correct. 2 points. Which school was that? Model. Okay, let's go back to exam with Sunday school. Number 20. Number 20 is taken. Choose another number. Is taken. Choose another number. Number 14 is taken. Number 40 is taken. Number what? Number 60. Spell unicorn. Spell unicorn. Spell it. Give us the spelling of unicorn. Yes. Correct one. Onicha, can you do on this screen? Onicha, number 17. 5 children born at the same time by a mother. 5 children born at the same time by a mother is called. I should say this one again, the last time. 5 children born at the same time by a mother is called. Please, can we stop the noise, please? Let's do the noise. Betty pen. You say it again. Betty pen. Wrong. What is pen? Wrong. The thing at your time is because teamwork, your colleague can help you. Five minutes. Wrong. 2 seconds left. Last 2 seconds left. Time is up, the audience. Yes. Correct. Sorry, from the audience. Marydez National Public School. Audience, please give your question. Who has the mic? Who has the mic? Mic is with me. Give it loud, please. Give your mic there. Number 100. 2 billion divided by 1 billion equals what? 2 billion divided by 1 billion is equal to what? 2 billion. Wrong. The question says 2 billion divided by 1 billion will give you what? 2. Correct point. Good, let's go. What is that, please? What is it? Sorry. Now, where are you from, please? Which school are you from? You don't want that again, please. Is it a volunteer? Are you a volunteer? You are a volunteer. I'm disappointed. I'm completely disappointed. This should be the last time for what we have. Who is okay, that's right. Question number 62. Okay, the one they asked, which school was that? When you are pick another question. Number 8. Spell the past tense of catch. Spell the past tense of catch. C-A-U-G-H. Correct 2 points. Okay, let's go. What is that figure? 25 minus 50 equals dash. 25 minus 50 equals dash. Wrong. 25 minus 50 is equal to that. 30 seconds, you have 30 seconds left. Wrong. You have 30 seconds left, you have to question. After 10 seconds left. Wrong. Time about there. Wrong. It's okay, we have noted that, and we have to play what to play. Sorry, sir, we cannot interrupt what we are doing. Please let's move on. The answer to that question is not minus 25, it is minus 35. What? 2. Question number 13 is taken. Choose another one. 52. 52 says, which gas the plant absorb from the atmosphere during the photosynthesis? Which gas the plant absorb from the atmosphere during the photosynthesis? All right, 2 points. Right? What chemical is responsible for the green color of plant leaves? What chemical is responsible for the green color of plant leaves? Wrong. Wrong.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello. Hello.
Dr. Destiny, we can hear you, but do you want to talk to us or to them?
They said the primary school, I think their time should be up. It should be marked and scored.
Yes, they are marking now. They are marking primary school.
Okay, thank you.
Brother, please correct. The next school is living at God. What? Question number 52 is taking your question now. The part of the blood responsible for the red spirit of red where an important from the lungs to body is stored down. That is the question again. The part of the blood responsible for wrong. I think the last two. Let me begin. The part of the blood responsible for the red image of the red blood cell as well as transporting oxygen from the lungs to body tissue is called that. Wrong. Time off, audience. Hemoglobin is correct. Okay, let's go back to the next move now. Moving forward. 40% of 250 is what? 40% of 250 is what? 40% of 250 is what? Okay, let's calculate the perimeter of a 10 p.m. by 5 p.m. rectangle. Calculate the perimeter of a 10 p.m. by 5 p.m. rectangle. Wrong. Wrong. Time of audience. Wrong. 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 The answer is 10 p.m. Okay, let's go to the next one.
Hello. Hello. Edward. Edward, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
How many questions have they taken each school?
This is the fifth question.
The 5th question.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead with the 5th question. Be fast, please.
Okay, sir. Number what? Number 7. Atoms is the same number of protons for different numbers of neutrons across that. Atoms is the same number of protons for different numbers of neutrons across that. Yes, I have it. Wrong. Last second there. Okay, time of audience. I suppose is correct. Okay, let's go to the number, sorry, on the community on this school. 54. The brain is part of what is in an animal. The brain is part of what system in an animal. Wrong.
No.
What?
No.
Can you please go and say that I can hear what? Wrong. Did you say number?
No. You say number.
Don't have number.
No.
Okay, you have to take off left. You can put yourself in order in the right. No.
No.
Wrong. You have to take off left.
No.
Time off, yes. Neighbor, what do you use to measure atmospheric pressure? What do you use to measure atmospheric pressure? Use the mic so that I can hear you. What do you use to measure the atmospheric pressure? The regular place, the handle with the cup, how many seconds left? 19 seconds left. Evangelist, you have 20 seconds left. 20 seconds. Time up, audience. Barometer is correct. Okay, hold that, please. Number 61. What is the product of 8 and 7? What is the product of 8 and 7? The product of 8 and 7. How many seconds left? Wrong. I said, what is the product of 8 and 7? How many seconds? Yes. That's 2 seconds to go. Wrong.
3.
Wrong.
4.
Wrong. Line up audience. 56 is correct. Can we clap for him? Okay, well, gradually come to the end of the first round. Please mark or record that happened to the score. Again, the second round. Okay, the scorer should help us with the score so that we can go to the score in the first round. I'll be present Nigeria today. All right. This is the result of the first round. You got right. Oicha International Secondary School scored a total of 2 points. This is that of the year. Yes,
That should not be called in. That should not be like a public stuff. They should just get the scores and take decision. And then the result could be announced later during the award. Is it hanging?
Benison, are you still online?
I think.
Is Benison still online? If Benison is online, we can adjust our program. We can just
he's there. He's there.
Yes, we can give the award straight away so that we can focus on other items.
Benison, you can move yourself to speak.
The entire award, the ATC and this one together, right?
Give everything. We've spent a lot of time. We can just give all the awards at the back of the quiz and then focus on other things. Okay, Chief, go ahead. Chief, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
The beauty of quiz, with the result instant time, so that
yes.
So result immediately. The audience.
Okay. Oh, nice.
That is correct. Thank you, Chief, for staying with us from beginning to now. We appreciate you a lot.
Thank you, sir.
Off the Edward. Like network
I can't see.
Power outage.
Ben, what do you think? Is it okay to just go to awards and then we can then do community interaction, feedback from the community, different branches?
Yeah, and then that's
but now.
So
the result I can't now collect it.
Okay, we can move on to I don't know. I think there are
award for tech, which is the only ones we already have the.
No, there are comments that the time is fast spent, so we are trying to reorganize our program to see the most effective way to progress. Okay, Sylvester, you are raising your hand. Please go ahead.
Okay, good afternoon.
Yeah.
Please, I'll give you what you said. I spotted it now. Indian with a 1 and with a 2. I call hammer on him with her.
So I think men are quiet already. It's just that we are disconnected from the center.
Yes, you
are right.
Thank you, sir.
That's what we are going to do. In fact, the idea was start and then my award immediately.
Immediately, ma. Yes.
Destiny, please, can we call them to reconnect? Because in online now, my house and we was if I might on to give INEC. So yeah, Bruna, when it connect.
Destiny, I think we can, within the period, Yabrone can calculate the results. If there are any of these community town union chairmans of the respective branches not around, they can begin to talk to us. Because sincerely speaking, We are just about half to our events, and we have spent all the time. So Samara Gigi made the remaining ones.
I agree with you, and what I'm saying is that we can be having this conversation while they go on with the announcement at the center. At the end of the day, they can then communicate with Ben, who will then announce the award. So we can continue our conversations while we allow them to reconnect. I think it's okay. It's okay that way. Okay. So if that's the case, I want to time technology. We are just trying to see how we can manage the technology, and I think we've tried to do that. I'm saying any of the Onicha Town Union branches. So what we want to do is to listen to you. Okay, for instance, Prof in his presentation has recommended something that we will consider, which is to for OEF to kind of fund another research, or however we'll create it, to get a history of educational development in the community. That's one of the things OEF is always happy to embark on. When we do it, we generate a document that people can read, that people can reference, and the people can, contribute to. So it's one of the things. So the essence of this session is to listen to you. What do you think? What do you people discuss in your town union meetings that touches on education, so that we can see how we can incorporate it into what we are doing, or we can see how we can partner with you. I want to tell you that Microsoft Incorporated gave us a grant, and that grant involves a powerful IT infrastructure. For instance, these teams I'm going to use now was from them. So we have the IT infrastructure and the processes to make anything happen. Like Nat said, we've been supporting we've been facilitating meetings of Ebonyi State government diaspora meetings using our platforms. So we have the capability to facilitate some of these educational engagements. So we want to listen to you. I don't know whether it's anybody from any branch that wants to say. We have the home branch, the Lagos branch, Akure, Enugu, instead of going in that order. If you want to say something, even if you are not representing the branch, if you are representing them, fine. If you are not representing them and you have something to say, you can just state that and then make your contribution. We'll take note of it. Thank you so much. Yeah, Chief, go ahead. Chief Ikwago, yeah.
Dịka nkerekwara ndị be anyị nke bụ the organizers ma prọfesọ nkụziri anyị ife juru anyị efọ ma one of our sons, Simon, nke nọ na UNIO nke na-agụ pharmacy, then bune ya na nwere mbụ na technical nta ịmago juru ma ndị nọgba outside. Then otu ọbụ juru kwụsịrị otu obu anyị ndụ ma ịgosi that those our children in urban villages will not do helpless. They are willing to follow because no go to the side even sanitation, environmental, but before 11 a couple. In fact, in the kind of zeal he make sure that those children that never pass through what we passed, but at least because some of us in the school in technical and still in the technical infrastructures there. But in computer so no a situation before maybe why if nabata so nipe So nkenere mmadụ niile mụ na onwe m nọ na Abakaliki branch. Last Sunday, mana abịa na Abakaliki na-enwe ODU Onitsha Development Union ma IDU Igbeze Development Union. So enwenarị OTU na-ewere anyị panyara aka nke na OTU abeghị anyị na-eme ODU eme IDU. So my later essay invitation, anyị discussed with a professor and he was there na the meeting. Mụ na onwe m bụ chairman. So abanyere ndị enwere ike nke Dr. Kenneth Nwokike anọ n'eka dịka mbe bụ onye isi IDU Abakaliki branch. But then mana otu na-erizini otu na erizini. So ya bụ na onwe ibe mfuru ya bụ na emerụ nke ọbịa. So say wukore mana enu nwe not come represented. So ifunu mfuru ma ifu dịka ifunu na-eme onwe ibe nke touch m ya. You know, mana ọ bụ ndị na-aba mba on politics. And they take an ogumwa, so I beat my chest. But I think the best kind of it take an ogumwa, so I beat my chest more academically. Where you can beat your chest in academics, more academically, I think the best in life. And I've learned that today. Marane in muscles, some people academic muscles. But muscles think now, candidate in Kendina Aqua. So on behalf of the Abakaliki, I can abagi name but some of these people who by my phone, I come madam Motejina join them, all those kind of things. They have some museum, said the area of KJK Nejemo will replace Basara science, and technology. And so I read that day that not the one who to any man, just like you to any people today, but imagine mathematics, more chemistry, more physics. I even didn't follow you up. Now do you happy? Never know Saturday. Okay.
Exactly.
And then imagine your mama science, they don't wait for my. Robert English when it was and you maramasi kere you know back so like in the Professor School and Gibraneho mbeheba let him behe akomane ure mama si ure jimane mari pon kwali ka hema English but na rita so I know why you to I know na Abakaliki I the queen etie na one agenda na meeting. So I am all the time engaging contribute. Dr. Destiny Lefu. You were talking of partnering with us. No, I ain't partner with you people because we read your invitation to partner with you people. Because no agree in the info. So no, if you know anyime, and then anyime say obu chodunu that to no. Then the November no do no. Ndị nọ n'unu nọdụrụ ndị nọ na mba anyị na-ekpe ekpere so that ne ọpọ ndị ọcha ngọrunu dịka n'ojikwa ịfụsa na njunu ma anyị niile because na onwe na-arị ọbụla na mgbe kụrụ n'usu unu dịko ife na-emekwa n'ibe anyị unu soke ụlọ ọmụtụ Chineke nji nyere unu uche ibide anọbụnarị maka na ọbụnarị nwa gịrị m unu bụ ndị nọ na eke ọhụrụ anụnụ mgbe nọ n'unu maara ife otu ibe anyị ndụ and we believe that with you people even in the politics, may we emulate. Ndị na-azụ afịa may we emulate because no matter on the politics, in order afịa, more in order education, more chiri ebo, more in order ha niile. No matter these three areas beka ewu na ndị nwipe na-eme na ha nọ na ya. So na anyị coming do very well. Dịka etu mụrụ m do personally do yara satisfied so that with ndị ndugunu even when we will not be alive, that ne unkuru no corona, Jena Amitan, Jena Amitan, OC, Purozoba, Neje, Nipu, Onicha. So, Anine, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you so much, Chief.
Chief,
thank you so much. I also want to acknowledge that ne Chief ne the first VCI, on the second VCI. Not then at the third VCI. So he has always been here and also made contribution. And then like Otoji, the word of wisdom, he always share, which is very, very valuable to us. And we really appreciate it, Chief. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And the excellency, the excellence that is everywhere in his household. Maybe in our next outing we will discuss to see how it can be replicated on all the homes in Onicha. Is very commendable, Chief. We are learning from you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Any
other person with contribution, please?
Chief
Yes.
First class na maths and statistics.
Yes.
Chief, do anyị so oge mee data science na US, samara so je be coding. Tani woro
Chief. Chief na unu go chief na chief mari ife no mari ife. Just leave him alone. just leave. So
okay.
Yes, so I think they've connected, they've reconnected. So when they are ready, we can
in the same representation from the various branches of ITU.
Yes, Abakaliki has spoken. And when any other branch in non-comma,
yeah, that's what I want
on behalf of the branch.
I am here also representing our chairman of Abuja branch. He has given me some words to give to us. So I will say it briefly because Ogbama ga-egu ife ederede, so na oje na ali taking our time. Anyị bụ ndị Abuja branch, enwe many ndị Onicha Igboeze nọ na Abuja, many of them, and then we have been able to aggregate ourselves with a union. Anyị nọ na a discourse, so things that pertains to the welfare of our members in Abuja and the general development of Ibanyi Mbo Onicha Igboeze. Our current chairman bụ Nnamdi Agu. But no another engagement which he's also representing our union on today. So yeah, name the permission to drop some things. First, but also on behalf of the Ibanyi Abuja, we are very proud of Ife Oriyef name.
Please, can we give you an update from the center?
Okay, can we?
An update from
I think I can hold on. Can you without the update? Let me hold on.
Yeah, good. Okay.
Yeah. Yes, Edward, go ahead, please.
Okay, so we have come to the end of the second round. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, please go ahead. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. We certainly came to the end of the second round and discovered that some schools still have the same number of scores. So do we go to round 3 or do we conclude at the stage of the second round?
How many schools are you still working with? You are supposed to be working with 4 schools at the second round.
Yes, we have 3 schools now that have the same number of marks.
At what position, please?
At what position?
Having first position.
Unu offer Mike the computer na gosi na the projector.
Edward, your own could. Yes, I broke my
the position in with time.
No, 3 schools, but 3.
Yeah, we can go ahead with those 3.
Diko, can they administer 4 questions on the 3 of them? Yeah, Brune, no, not 4 now. 6 questions on the 3 of them. Samara Sojin with our first, second, and third from them.
Edward, what is the situation? Sorry, I lost you guys. How many? Then first 4 persons. First, second, third, fourth. What is the situation?
has the anyway 3 schools not first.
Yes.
Not at the first position.
So Hegi are the 3 schools not at the first position only. 3 of them KJ 2 questions.
Yeah.
3 of them only doing you as 2 questions.
One question on the drop for Hannah method. The Yabona 2 be a parazo. Here one question. The first to drop, we go to second.
Yes.
Penalty.
It makes it easy.
Yes. No, those three schools not the first position. Bunkene focus now. So give them one question. Okay. They will take one question.
One question. Yabuna undina drop ro ha ba todo. Yabuna ebo tire yabuna ebo drop ro. Then just the ndike win the another first. Then enyikwandi one question. Ndin drop ro na ha ba todo.
Yes, use that method and eliminate and do the elimination.
Penalty shootout.
So they can continue while we also.
Edward and Marifa Infrua.
They are disconnected. I think they are going ahead with
we can continue our conversation because most of the feedback will come from online while they continue the elimination process. Edward.
Edward is muted.
Edward, can you hear us? Unmute yourself, Edward, please.
I don't know, so active in the BOT WhatsApp group. We can send a message across.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes. So this is what you are going to do. You are going to the 3 schools. We have opportunity to attempt one question. Any of them that fails, we go to 3rd position. Assuming that 2 schools got it right, those 2 schools again will take another one question. Any of them that fails will go to the 2nd position. Okay. So you keep doing it until one will drop and stay at the first, the other one will be at 2nd, and the other one will be at the 3rd. Keep repeating that process until you arrange them into 1st, 2nd, and 3rd.
It's all right, sir. It's all right.
Okay. Okay, yeah. When you finish, you can alert us. We will continue with our conversation. Thank you so much for your effort.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think I can conclude there.
Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, in a nutshell,
yes,
okay. In a nutshell, Njon Chibani on Chibani non Abuja in Unism are very much in support of IPE OEF name. And then Sanika Sankaru know that in their own capacity also, that they are doing 1 or 2 things within the community to also uphold and upgrade education. For instance, I have seen a report that Onicha Union Abuja na row almost from foundation a new own on Oicha Technical Secondary School. Now the owner is it was totally abandoned. So when we wanted to contribute our quota to educational development in Onicha, so I need the assessment within the school, and then we identified that. So okay, instead of using rotajo from foundation, or man the foundation, they may assessment the foundation can do okay, but just that the roof is gone, the walls, everything about the house, apart from the foundation, was to be rebuilt. So the union took it upon themselves, and then we are aiming to ensure that that building is complete here before the end of this year. It is a 5-classroom unit of building, well. So our union has put in a lot of resources there. And then we are also planning that that we try to see a functional IT unit within Onicha Technical Secondary School. Onicha Technical Secondary School can focus for now. And we got a report that when the time government in supply some computers and some other IT equipment to the school, But unfortunately, the management of the school initially could not give a good management or account of those things. So I need a procedure that will try to recover. You have no any of them out here, recover those items, and then we need new things. We'll buy new things and manage with a functional IT unit with Onicha in Onicha Technical Secondary School. So these are some of the things and including other welfare empowerment to our members within Abuja, and then some other things down in the years and days to come. So, in a nutshell, now our union in Abuja, so Sankalu know that we are very much happy for Ipe OEF name. And then now the happy name and invite because it is the way to go. Then you invite to come and give our own opinion of how education and good one should be sustained in Onicha Igbeze. So that anytime the OEF invite any other time for anything when the Onicha non Abuja Mwikime will be happy to attend. Also, so Chineke Jegozi pioneer OEF and all the contributors because not be ponyena. And then Chineke Jegozi on Chigweze where or person Faroon. So if a man from Nagbagipe Gangoro go about melody could take it time. Almost 20% where thank you very much, everybody. Again, our chairman Nnamdi Ago. Epamuno engineer Humphrey Prince Okorie Mbu Onyeziga. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Humphrey. I need to be very, very grateful and also very pleased. My contribution Onicha Tech. And also, I need to say that IT hub. So, may realize because now the idea, of course, you read the research we did. So we are looking at educational resources in the community. Okay, so you can see where they are today. It's not only those students in urban school here, but they are using Onicha Tech for this quiz and meeting. So the way we look at things about resources in the community, how do we use it to facilitate learning and teaching? So that IT stuff is something that we pray that Nunu GD may realize because other students can also, we can design maybe how to learn Microsoft and select some students and take 2 weeks, 6 months to teach them how to write something on, Microsoft, Excel, and other basic skills. So if we have such resource in the community, we can then plan other learning activities around it. So that's why I'm very, very serious when I said I'm praying that you people should realize it because we know we can link to it and achieve other things of strategic importance to OEF. Thank you so much for that. And of course, we are always very, very grateful for people, acknowledging invitation. And that's where we need to know value. When people like Chief Ikwago, people say, you see, he's honoring invitation. He's here where we are discussing because success and some things, they are not by chance. Some of these things are the way of life. Honoring invitation, contributing to things that like these are matter. This is of high value and we value it. And Humphrey, you too, extracting this from your chairman and the work you people are doing. This is how to build a community. The things that build a community are intangible in nature. It's when you achieve the intangible that the intangible will start creating the tangible. Exactly. So that's why we really value what you people are doing, and we are praying for you to achieve more. Thank you so much. I don't know say any other branch in anything handy. If we are taking notes of this, of the comments that are coming from the branches. Do we have anybody from any other, or okay, if you are not from any branch, but you just want to say something or make suggestions that we should consider in terms of educational development, yeah? You can go ahead, please.
Contributions.
I'm John.
Okay, go
Hello.
ahead. Yes, please.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm John. Help. I'm from Port Harcourt.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead. We can hear
you. Like people no name, and they never this our children they way hope. So they must the thing they continue carry out to help Jesus.
Amen.
In line with the engineer Kwagunkuru. God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir. So yeah, reactions are also part of this session. You can make a reaction, you know, say whatever you want to say. While we wait for them, we need to. So we are really impressed that they are going second round, third round. Shows that the students are learning. It means they are learning. They are able to get the questions. So, like some of us have said, if we give them encouragement, it could inspire them to really stay more focused and do more. So, reactions, you can make any comment, you can recommend anything, you can say something. Yeah?
Hello, good afternoon.
Yes, please, go ahead.
Yes.
Because eventually prove because of organic work science and any other science. Obviously, you good in you are going to go far. Because of that, Macaroon chaos not go to not the best in mathematics, but not my any other in English. So even now, no only no commercial, no only no science, no only no humanity. Anyone on your no. Let everybody choose or so. Don't compel somebody go to science. They were going to do fine. There's a field, just like A. Anybody, just like A, C, everybody can swim.